Hello, it's Lizzie again with some more stories from the story quilt. Today I'm going to tell you one of my favourite stories. It's about a storyteller who lived in a castle long, long ago. Now this castle was owned by a clan chief and he had the best of everything. He had the best cook who could cook wonderful feasts, and he had a piper who could play the bagpipes really well. And he had a clarinet player who played the harp beautifully. Now the storyteller would sit in the chair in the corner of the room where we would have a telly. They had a storyteller and he would mostly doze, and then people would say, "Tell us that story." And he'd tell them a story, and the people would imagine all the pictures when they were listening to the story. So it was a bit like having a telly. But one day the clan chief came in and he said, "Right, I'm having a party and I've invited everybody to come to the party, and the cook's cooking a lovely feast, and the piper and the harp player are going to play music for dancing, and I want you to tell a really good story. I want a new story." And off he went. "Oh," thought the storyteller, "a new story. What am I to do? Oh, what am I to do?" Now, he was feeling a bit cold and achy because it was a very cold castle. So he put some more sticks on the fire, and he got the fire going, and it was getting cosy and warm, and he was gazing into the fire when he saw something really strange. You see, in the fire there was a log, and that log had a hole in it, and in it were two shiny eyes. And suddenly out popped an owl. An owl came out of the log and it flew around the room. And then the owl came and spoke to the storyteller. And the owl said, "Come with me, come with me." And with that, the storyteller found himself lifting up into the air. And before he knew it, he was flying. And he followed the owl through a window. And they went into the magic enchanted wood. And the owl sat on the branch of a tree, and the storyteller sat beside him. And then a wind came through the woods, and he could hear and understand all the birds, and he could understand the trees, but they were saying, "Oh no, no water, no water. Oh dear, no water." But then the wind changed, and it was a happy wind, and it made the trees laugh, and it made the birds laugh. And then through the trees came a unicorn. And the unicorn came when his horn, and he put his horn into the side of the hill, and out of it came some water, some lovely sparkly water. And then the unicorn drank from the water. Oh! And then he tossed his head, and a rainbow went all around the unicorn's head. And then the unicorn went galloping off. Went the storyteller. "That is beautiful." And he climbed down the tree, and he went over to the well that the unicorn had made, and he drank of the water. And he felt amazing. He felt all tingly and all happy, and all his bones stopped aching, and he could run and he could skip, and he ran and he skipped and he ran and he skipped back to the castle, and he got there in time for the party. And now he could tell a story. He had a new story about the unicorn, and he could dance because all his bones were better, and he had a fantastic party, a lovely, lovely time. So that's my story for today. Bye!